ties it up.
Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Dwayne Athletic Complex on the campus of Holy Ghost Prep, where we have our third live Varsity Lacrosse live stream of the season between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the Pope John Paul Golden Panthers. I'm Caden Stewart. I'll be with you here on a solo stream for today's lacrosse game, where the Firebirds come in with a 1-3 record, taking on the 1-2 Pope John Paul Panthers and hoping to turn their home season around, having not yet won a game on their new fresh home turf. Peers will be sending it down to PA announcer Mark Whartonby, and we'll get started with that, followed up by the national anthem and starting lineups for both sides between the Panthers and the Firebirds.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dwayne Athletic Complex and the Fran Nick Memorial Field on the beautiful campus of Holy Ghost Prep for this afternoon's game featuring Pope John Paul II and your Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Holy Ghost Prep promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, and requests your cooperation by supporting the Firebirds, opponents, and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated, and anyone violating these rules will be asked to leave the campus. We would ask you all now to please rise, remove your hats, face the American flag next to the flag of our national anthem.
So with that, we bring you back into the broadcast booth for your coverage for the PJP Golden Panthers and the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. For today's starters, we'll get started with the Firebirds. Leading off is Bobby Williams, senior defenseman, followed by fellow senior D Mike Holt. After that is some juniors in Josh Rasler and Ryan Lippy. Then one of the two lone underclassmen on the starting lineup, Tommy Walsh, a sophomore midfielder, followed up by Brady Flynn, the freshman attacker, Jude Walsh, a junior on attack, Dylan McManus, a senior on D, Gavin McDonough, a senior on attack, and Seamus Cranley, the sophomore, in net. Both sides will go out to midfield for opening ceremonies, and with that we'll mention congratulations to some of the Firebird starting lineup. Bobby Williams, Mike Holt, Josh Rasler, Ryan Lippy, and Tommy Walsh all named Players of the Week in Bucks County and are named among the top players in the county. So congratulations to those five. Again, all five in the starting lineup. So hopefully they bring some firepower into the early in this game and bring the Firebirds on top early, which the Firebirds have struggled to do in the last two games, and only two games live streamed here so far this season, falling down multiple goals before scoring their first in each of their first two matches. Offense will be key. It has been two low-scoring games in addition to the Firebirds not being able to get out on top early. So total points will be a factor, and the Firebirds need to make the most of what they can get. The goaltender matchup for today's game is number 56, Seamus Cranley for the Firebirds, and number 39, Sean Fallon for the PJP Golden Panthers. Both sides line up at the logo, and the opening faceoff is won by the Panthers to get off to a hot start with Dylan Murphy flying down the field, taking a shot, but it's fed away by Seamus Cranley, and so that forces PJP for the rebound. But just 10 seconds in, it's the first shot on goal of the day for either side. It comes from the Golden Panthers in their road yellow uniforms, the Firebirds in their typical home white with the blue numbering. Ryan Lamson now directing traffic with Dylan Murphy to his left. He goes to his right instead, and it goes right into the stick of Tyler Sislabofka. He fires it back to Lamson. Lamson the return. No hurry are the Golden Panthers. The Firebirds playing defense close to Cranley and net. And that possession will be whistled dead, so the Firebirds take over with a violation from the side of the Golden Panthers. So now HGP flying up the sideline with Ryan Lippy, one of the aforementioned Players of the Week in Bucks County. Lippy drops off to Jude Walsh, who has had the hot stick these last few games, coming off a hat trick against North Penn on the last live stream. 5 goals overall in 3 games. He drops off to Josh Rasler, usually plays by the X. He's now up in the midfield at the logo. Rasler tries to go across to Mateo DeChico. He scoops it off the turf, and DeChico drops it off to Walsh. Jude Walsh and Tommy Walsh have been the two leading scorers for HGP. Walsh obviously with the 5 goals in his last 3 games, and Tommy Walsh with 2 goals and 2 assists on two of those Jude Walsh goals in that same span. Firebirds go around the horn with it. Gavin McDonough, the senior, takes the pass down low. McDonough has served the early part of the season as the backup goaltender to Cranley, and he still is, but he's now in attack instead of just using his position as backup. Brady Flynn, the lone freshman on the varsity roster, going around the back, even behind the X, and drops off to McDonough now. McDonough waiting for some open space by the Firebird bench. 3.5 minutes in, and we have only 1 shot on goal. That came just 10 seconds in. So very slow pace for either side. We've seen that before from the Firebirds. They, in their first live stream of the year, went scoreless and didn't allow any goals either in the first 24 minutes of play into the half. Walsh gets his first shot. Doesn't quite hit his target, but it will result in Firebird possession as Flynn was the closest to it along that far sideline. Flynn now brings it up behind, drops it off. Was hoping to not have a bounce pass, but Jude Walsh couldn't bring it in time, so Walsh now fires it over. The Firebirds will reset with possession. Rasler and McDonough going back and forth, and now Rasler takes the pass back. Good defensive pressure by Danny Kotwas. Kotwas pressuring Razzler now back around the X. Razzler with some speed. Stop and go. Has open space. Razzler trying to force the issue, but could not. Sean Fallon stays strong in his left side of the net. Chico now takes the pass from Razzler, and he'll try to do the same. Charging in, looking for a hole. Cannot find one. Chico now back to Walsh, and Walsh down to Flynn. Flynn with no contest below the net, but the Golden Panthers crowd in front of it. Flynn spins, hoping to get open space, almost checked into a ref, and he's able to get it away before anyone's knocked down that shouldn't be. McDonough around the top of the box. Being forced up by the Loco. McDonough tried to find a Chico, and that one goes wide. So the Firebirds have a 2-minute long possession, but come up empty. Only one shot, just a little bit high of the goal. That came from Jude Walsh. 4 minutes in, it's a scoreless game between the Firebirds and the Golden Panthers. And the Panthers will inbound. That pass is lofted to the middle just over the head of Brady Flynn. Winds up in the stick of Ryan Lamson. And Lamson goes down. It's a quick one and done for the Golden Panthers. As Lamson's pass looking for Zach Weiner. That's a little bit too high. Ryan Lippy, the junior defenseman, now brings up the sideline again. He started the last Firebird possession and only Firebird possession so far. He's going to continue the second one. Now he's stripped of the ball, and Lippy has that one knocked away. Moving down the sideline now is Brady Boss. Sorry, Braden Boss. Boss drops it off to Ryan Lamson. Lamson back to Boss. And Boss will spin away. Boss and Jake Vigilante by that sideline for the Golden Panthers. Again, neither side seems to be in much hurry on offense. Jamie McCole now back behind the net. McCole around the back sideline. And he drops it back off to Lamson. So around the horn go the Golden Panthers. They have still not found that near side. Now they do, being checked down from behind, and drawing a flag is Jack Vigilante. And the flag will be thrown on Tommy Walsh, who's hit maybe a little bit too high. And Walsh will go off. So that a notable offensive loss now for the Firebirds during these next few minutes for the penalty. And so it'll be a man up for the Golden Panthers. Ryan Lamson will start it. Lamson creeping towards Cranley and net. Back out to Ian Young now. Young down low, Samson. Young pump fakes, drops off to the side. Now underneath pass goes wide. It'll trickle out of bounds. It'll be Firebird ball as well, as winning the race out of bounds for HGP appeared to be Lippy. Lippy moves it up with Mike Holt. Holt is coming out of varsity hockey season, now again on the varsity lacrosse team. Bobby Williams tried to shuffle the ball forward, but it'll be called a violation on him as he came across the midline. And so the ball goes back to the Golden Panthers. Ian Young at the top. Young drops it down, and that pass goes wide. So back-to-back miscommunications for either side. They'll exchange possessions within 10 seconds, and so HGP gets the ball right back. And it's Mike Malpezzi bringing the ball in from the track. Malpezzi cuts back in open space. And they'll bring the ball up across the midline and into Firebird offensive territory. Now Pezzi now drops it off to DeChico. DeChico to Jude Walsh. Again, Tommy Walsh still serving his penalty. Jude Walsh goes down low to McDonough. The Firebirds got one shot off in their first 2-minute long possession. Still have not gotten close to the net on this one. Easing their way there now. Jude Walsh takes the pass. Walsh down low. Flynn. Tommy Walsh now back on the field. So Flynn goes to the corner. And the Firebirds will restart with DeChico at the top. McDonough takes the intermediate pass. DeChico fires a shot, and that one's saved by Sean Fallon. The first shot on goal for the Firebirds comes 7 minutes in by DeChico. He and Walsh have both had an attempt on net. Flynn will slowly bring his ball in. He drops off to Razzler on his right. Razzler spins, fires a shot, point blank range for Razzler, and it was eaten up by a defenseman before it got to the net. Razzler took a shot, he'll hustle off the field. Moving it down the field now for PJP is Ian Young. Young to the net. That shot saved by Cranley. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And Cranley now eats that one up. No rebound for PJP. And Cranley fires a dime to Mike Holt. Holt hurts to Brown-esque. Here's Walsh, that shot, and he scores! A perfect pass from Cranley to Holt. Cranley gets credit for it. And Holt finds Jude Walsh for the Walsh's red-hot 6th goal in 4 games. Holt, his first assist of the home season, and it's a 1-0 Firebird lead as they finally strike first. One nothing Firebirds with 4:25 to play in this opening quarter. Holt gets the assist on the Jude Walsh goal. Holt subs off as Bobby Williams will represent the Firebirds in the face-off circle. Now Pezzi got in there, but got a little bit too dirty as he hit the turf. But he will draw a flag, or a penalty at least, and so HGP takes back over. Now Pezzi moves the ball down the field to Jacob Tuza, who's on the field for the first time today in place of Holt. Tuza to McDonough. McDonough has that one stripped away. McDonough trying to recover. Still fighting for it, and he's able to bring it back into his stick. McDonough to the middle. He has Jude Walsh. Walsh wants a second. He fires a shot, that one wide. And Brady Flynn will chase it down behind the net. Flynn brings it in. Flynn being pressured, had the stick knocked out of his hands, and the ball went flying out of bounds. Not much Flynn could do there, and PJP is going to have possession as a whistle sounded, but nothing comes of it as Sean Fallon takes the pass, goaltender for the Panthers, and Fallon drops it off to Joey Maffey. And here comes PJP on their latest possession. Maffey to Ian Young. Young cuts towards the middle, being boxed out. Maffey fires it in. Maffey's shot, and it goes behind the back of the net as Cranley may have got a piece of it, but HGP takes over. Mike Holt coming off the assist, now back on the field. He fires one down to the other Walsh, on Tommy Walsh. Walsh flying down, cuts to the middle. Walsh with speed, fires a shot, and he scores! The Walshes with one apiece. It's 2-0 Firebirds, 92nd hit for the first. Mike Holt back-to-back assists on 2 goals within 2 minutes, and Tommy Walsh is able to do it himself in the offensive zone, taking the pass from Holt, dodging defenders, and getting the shot in that far left corner and bottom left corner to beat Sean Fallon for the second time today. And HGP, who had not led by more than a goal yet this home season, is now up 2-0 with 2:53 to play in the first. So 2 of those top players, the aforementioned top players in Bucks County, now have points. Holt with 2 assists and Tommy Walsh with a goal. And Jude Walsh making a name for himself to be on the next list. Malpezzi to the middle. Malpezzi to McDonough. McDonough drop past Malpezzi and a no-look shot. Way more on target than I think Malpezzi expected, and he'll come off as the shot went out of bounds, but near the net. So Flynn will bring it in. Flynn back to Walsh. And Walsh out to Razzler along that far side. Nearing closer to the Firebird bench, Razzler took a shot, and he's been taking a beating today as PJP strong on defense. Jude Walsh picks up the drop ball. Walsh lays the boom, but lost the ball in the process, and so it's a turnover for the Firebirds. Picking it up is Boyd Scarbeck. Scarbeck moves the ball down the field now to Breslowski. Breslowski to Joey Maffey. Maffey, that pass went wide, picked up by Lippy. Lippy again down the sideline. He set up the initial goal for Jude Walsh, or at least the process. But his pass that time looking for Flynn goes wide. And so it's another turnover for HGP, who ended a streak of 2 consecutive possessions with goals. Jamie McCole now brings the ball down the field for PJP. Under 90 seconds to play in this first quarter. About 10 and a half have elapsed in said quarter. And Ryan Lamson, a fresh pair of legs back on, brings the ball back down. Lamson wants the return feed, and it'll eventually get to him. But Lamson, again, in no hurry to get anything going offensively. He'll sit back and now start the action. Around the horn go the Golden Panthers. Now in reverse order. Ian Young. Young up to McCole and back to Lamson. Lamson down low to McCole. McCole spins to the middle. That pass goes wide. McCole took a shot behind the play. Ian Young fighting for the loose ball with Tommy Walsh. He won't win that battle. Bobby Williams comes running down the sideline now. Williams outruns the defense. Williams going down low, drops off to Walsh. Underneath shot. That one turned away. Loose out in front, and it is Fallon picking up the loose ball rebounds. But Jude Walsh had an open door, but just hit the hinge, and it's a 2-0 game once more. But behind the play, a Firebird is down, back next to Cranley in net. And the athletic training staff will come on. We're going to take a break on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube network. 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Firebirds up 2, but a man is down. "20 seconds to play in the first quarter. We're back at Holy Ghost Prep with coverage of those final 20. Josh Razzler was the injured Firebird behind the play. He was able to walk off under his own power, currently being checked out on the back of the bench. 13.8 now remain on the clock as the Golden Panthers had a quick run at the net. And they will have one last opportunity to do something in this first quarter. Sis Labovka has it. Labovka with 7 seconds to play. Sis Labovka drops it off. Lamson, a long shot. That one goes nowhere. One last chance as the time expires. No shot will get off, as Cranley turns it away at the last second. So your score through the first 12 minutes of play is the Firebirds 2, the Golden Panthers nothing. 36 more to come from the DAC and it's a 2-0 Firebird lead through 12. Getting ready for the second set of 12 minutes to play until halftime now on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. The Firebirds lead by 2 through the first 12. Opening face-off representative for the Firebirds is Bobby Williams. He fights for the ball at the logo, unable to bring it in initially. And now either side fighting for it. Tommy Walsh forces the issue. A missile of a shot by Jude Walsh bounces off the pads of Sean Fallon up into the air and corralled in by the Golden Panthers. McDonough now picks up the loose ball as neither side seems to want it. McDonough being boxed out and double-teamed. Still fighting for his loose ball. He's able to kick it to DeChico. And DeChico will get the Firebirds stable possession. He fires to Tommy Walsh. Josh Razzler, who we saw go off with an injury, remains on the sideline being checked out by the training staff. Jacob Tuza drops off a pass. Tuza to Flynn. Flynn to DeChico. DeChico out across to Tuza, at least it was intended to him, and the Golden Panthers swapped the ball down before it got to him, so it was dead on the turf, but the Firebirds will recover. DeChico has Tuza right in front of him, decides to charge the net himself, and he scores! Mateo DeChico fires a missile to the top right corner. It's 3-0 HGP, and DeChico now has back-to-back games with a goal, this one coming from the pass by Jacob Tuza. Nothing HGP as DeChico gets his first goal of the game, second of the season, and second in his last 2 home games. Faceoff is won by PJP, but stripped of the ball and immediately was Dylan Murphy, number 2 for the Golden Panthers. But him falling draws about a flag, and so it appears to be the second penalty of the day against HGP, and second penalty overall. For the penalty on the trip of Dylan Murphy. So Holt takes a knee on the sideline. Shot is whipped at Seamus Cranley, who eats it off his helmet and makes the save. He's 3 for 3. Cranley escapes the pressure, doing triple team, drops a bounce pass to Bobby Williams. Williams evades the pressure. Over by the Golden Panther sideline, Williams through the logo, and Williams sprinting down will draw a timeout call from the Firebird sideline, and a good read by that coaching staff as Williams is about to be triple teamed going into the corner. First time out of the game called by either side. It comes 48 seconds into the start of the second period. 11-12 to go in said frame. 3-0 HGP on top. Coming out of the first time out of the game for HGP, we're back on the deck. And it's Mateo DeChico drops it off to dropping it off to Tommy Walsh. Walsh back to DeChico. And DeChico looked to go in hurry up mode for a second, decides to change his mind and find Jacob Tuza behind him. Tuza the return feed to DeChico. And DeChico will patrol around the Golden Panthers sideline. He goes down low now to Brady Flynn. Flynn, a one bounce pass to McDonough. McDonough couldn't quite bring that pass in. And the whistle sounds. It's Golden Panther ball as McDonough had the ball knocked out of his stick once more. Cutting through the defense is Pat Doolin. Doolin goes down low. He has Jamie McCole. And McCole will slow up the possession for a reset. McCole to Ryan Lamson. Lamson back down low to McCole. McCole to says Labovka. And Labovka back up to Riley Lumpkin. Lumpkin goes down low now on the return. Lumpkin has that pass knocked away, dead out in front. And the Panthers will again slow it down. Maybe not, they go down low. That one knocked away. Ryan Lippy, a good defensive play, teaming up with Mike Holt for the steal. And Bobby Williams pulls it away. So Holt and Lippy team up for the steal. Lippy now takes the pass from Cranley. Lippy to open space with Tuza. 2-on-2, and Tuza couldn't bring that pass in. And so the Golden Panthers are right back on offense. Nick Nafa has it. And Nafa by the near sideline will spin away from it. And possession goes to Ian Young of the Golden Panthers. Young being boxed out around the X. Lynn to the middle. That pass goes wide. And just wasn't anybody home for the Golden Panthers. Now Lumpkin and Vigilante back and forth, and Vigilante's pass goes over the head of his intended target, but it'll stay with the Golden Panthers. And an extra ball is just outside the crease, so a stoppage of play is called. Maybe not a ball, maybe it's a piece of Lippy's gear, as Lippy went over the official to check on it, and it appears maybe his mouth guard fell out. Regardless, stoppage of possession and stoppage of the clock is now resumed. And so the Golden Panthers back on offense. Still a 3-0 lead for HGP. Goals by both Tommy and Jude Walsh, followed up by DeChico, the lone goal in this second quarter. 3.5 gone. Cranley makes the save on the shot by Lamson. Jude Walsh back on the other side playing defense, forced to knock that one down. But even though he knocked it down, could not bring in possession, so the Golden Panthers are back on offense comfortably. After the Chico goal, the Firebirds have not had possession for much of the second quarter, if at all. A late flag flies. This appears to be against the Firebirds. It'll be their third of the game. Going around behind the net is Brady Boss. Boss spins, knocked down, goes to a knee. He's able to pick it back up. Boss to Nick Nafa. Nafa is run over. And the Firebirds pick it up with Bobby Williams, but the whistle sounds immediately because of the delayed penalty. With the delayed penalty, it's another man up for the Golden Panthers. Starting with it is Tyler Sislabofka. And Sislabofka gets a quick shot on goal, but Cranley eats it up again. 5 saves on 5 attempts for Cranley, but the Firebirds unable to bring in another offensive possession as the Chico lays a big hit on Joey Maffey. And now the Firebirds are back on offense. As I say that, Jude Walsh has that one lofted into the air, and Walsh can't bring it in. Neither side seems to get it in their stick yet. Up by the logo, still loose. Chico and Tuza fighting for it. It's eventually scooped up by the Golden Panthers and then thrown away once more. Neither side wants the ball, but the Firebirds hoping they can pick it up now with Lippy. Ryan Lippy across the midfield emblem, and the Firebirds finally decide yes, they want it. Lippy to Chico. Chico goes down low. He has Mike Malpezzi. Malpezzi to Tuza. Tuza goes to the middle to Flynn. Back to Tommy Walsh. And Walsh and Malpezzi exchange passes. Walsh in the middle. Sliding back and forth, cutting an open space, quick stick shot, and that one is saved by Sean Fallon. And it trickled out of bounds. We'll see who gets possession. It appears to be the Firebirds. So right after the Firebirds resumed on offense, the whistle sounds, and there was a late change going on for the Golden Panthers, but the Firebirds will make one of their own. So a positive whistle for HGP. Coming back on was Chico, who was off during the stoppage. Brady Flynn back behind the net. He finds Walsh. Tommy Walsh, that is, to McDonough's shot. That one's saved. Loose out in front. Fallon scoops it up. Some rebounds of a Fallon have been loose in front. The Firebirds just have not been able to capitalize when they're trickling out there. And Fallon has done a good job of containing. A triple team was coming by the Firebirds on that Golden Panther bench, and a quick timeout was called by the Golden Panthers. 5:28 to play in the second quarter. It is a 3-0 HGP lead with 7 minutes gone in the quarter. Coming out of the second timeout of the game and first by Pope John Paul is the Golden Panthers with possession. They have it on the offensive zone. And a whistle sounded early, but PJP retains. One-time shot, that one saved by Seamus Cranley. And Cranley back out to Williams now. Williams to the length of the field, or half length of the field, he to Tommy Walsh. Walsh now down the middle. Walsh spins into open space, drops it off to McDonough, who thought about a one-time shot, or a quick stick shot, but could not do it. McDonough to Mike Holt. Holt to Tommy Walsh, back to Brady Flynn. And Holt set a pick for a moment for Flynn, and back out to McDonough. McDonough to Tommy Walsh. Walsh underneath, shot goes wide, it goes off the back netting. Sprinting off the field is Mike Holt, who'll have a change. Right now, Brady Flynn fighting in a one-on-one behind the net. He goes down, lost the ball. And ball's still loose behind the net, and Sean Fallon eventually brings it in for the Golden Panthers. Walsh hasn't touched the ball in a minute. He fires over Tommy Walsh. Walsh to Chico. Chico in open space has Jude Walsh behind him. Goes Jude Walsh. Walsh, one bounce pass wide. And that went wide to the right of Sean Fallon. Under 4 to go in the first half. Firebirds lead 3-0. Their largest first half and largest lead at home yet this season. Walsh stop and go. Being pressured back. Goes to the middle to McDonough. That ball loose out in front of the net. McDonough battling for it. Lofts it up in the air, hoping to get it to Tuza, but it's intercepted. And here come the Panthers. All the way down the field and firing a shot was Nick Naffa. And Naffa's shot was saved by Seamus Cranley. Cranley the one bounce pass to Tommy Walsh, who gets by 2 defenders, took 2 shots from 2 sticks. And Walsh out to the side to McDonough. McDonough one bounce pass past Tommy Walsh. Winds him in the stick of Mike Malpezzi. Malpezzi lost it to Walsh, and right for the pass timeout is called. Second of the game for the Firebirds, and second for them in this second quarter. 3-0 HGP on top, 2:51 to play in the first half. Firebirds back on offense with Mateo DeChico. DeChico by the baseline, fighting in a one-on-one. And DeChico flushes that one back out to McDonough. So the Firebirds will reset with the top, coming out of the third timeout of the game. All three coming in this second quarter, 2 by HGP, 1 by PJP. And HGP has not done much, well, neither side has done much after the first timeout. We'll see if that can change here in this possession. HGP hoping to hold on to the ball with DeChico. DeChico filters the pass out to the far side. It's his man in Santino Tiberio on the field for the first time today. Tiberio back behind the net, being pressured as Flynn is now in different position at the top left. So Flynn has that one knocked out of his stick. The PJP Panthers will bring it up. Here's Nick Naffa. Naffa, uncontested so far, fires a shot. Went off the stick of Hugh O'Sullivan and into the stick of Cranley. So O'Sullivan gets the accidental shot on goal. And yet again, saved by Cranley, who's had a spectacular game today. 2 flags immediately go up. The Firebirds have a delayed penalty, and Brady Flynn puts it home. Good goal is the call, as drawing the penalty on the far side was Tommy Walsh. Walsh gets the assist on the Brady Flynn goal in front of the net. And it's a 4-0 Firebird lead in the dying seconds of the second quarter, 1:16 on the clock. Firebirds up 4. Flags and whistles went up just before the Brady Flynn shot. A man up for the Firebirds now with the delayed penalty, and just like that, the first goal of the game is scored, and the first man down opportunity of the game for the Golden Panthers. Right out in front of the net, the goal is scored by Boyd Scarbeck, and Scarbeck, who has been out in front and threatening for most of the game, is able to find the back of the net with that one. It's a 4-1 game, just 7 seconds after this 4th goal of the day for HGP, which was scored by Brady Flynn. Unassisted goal for Boyd Scarbeck. Right off the face-off. 4-1 lead for the Firebirds. The 1:05 to play in this first half. This face-off was won by DeChico and HGP. DeChico has men behind him. He goes to Tommy Walsh. Walsh back to DeChico. Mike Holt subs off behind the play. And DeChico, with that one knocked away, lost the sight of the ball. And so the Golden Panthers take over now. Down the field and dropping it off is Riley Lumpkin. Lumpkin forced out of his comfort zone by Dylan McManus, the senior defenseman. McManus has the ball around Cranley in net. Now he peels that one away. 20 seconds to play in the first half. One last chance for the Golden Panthers, hoping to get a shot off here before the halfway mark sounds. But before that can happen, a timeout is called by PJP. So both sides have used 2 timeouts in this second quarter. And 15.5 seconds remain to see if we have any more again in this second quarter. 4-1 Firebirds lead with 2 goals scored in the last minute. timeouts have been called in the second quarter, coming out of the fourth and probable final one. The Panthers have possession. Bobby Williams forces a steal for the Firebirds on offense. Williams heaves one down. It's picked off with 3 seconds to play and sent all the way back down to Cranley. He eats that one up. So a quick exchange of possessions in the final 15 seconds of the first half for either side. The Panthers get a shot on goal, but Cranley in 9 opportunities has not let one past him yet. 4-1, or has let one past him yet. 4-1 HGP on top through 24. 24 more to come from the DAC, and we'll see you then in just a few minutes coming out of the half. half is about to get underway from the Dwayne Athletic Complex at Holy Ghost Prep, where the home team leads 4-1 over the Pope John Paul Golden Panthers. Goals scored so far by Jude Walsh, Tommy Walsh, Mateo DeChico, and Brady Flynn in that order for HGP. And for the Golden Panthers, it was an unassisted goal by Boyd Scarbeck. Scarbeck's goal being the latest of the 5 totals scored in the game. That one coming with just about 90 seconds to play in the first half. Now in the second half, it's Tommy Walsh down low, shot by Flynn is immediately eaten up by Sean Fallon. And a good save by him, looking to rebound after a rough first half. Tommy Walsh wants a penalty. He will not get the call. Walsh streaking towards the net. Fires a centering pass to McDonough. Underneath shot, he scores. Tommy Walsh, his 3rd point of the game and 2nd assist. He gets the assist on the Gavin McDonough goal out in front. 5-1 lead for the Firebirds. That goal comes 22 seconds into play. And so the Firebirds pick up right where they left off in the first half and get their 5th goal of the game. Going down was a Golden Panther. He'll immediately come off. That appears to be Lamson who went down after the face-off. Mike Malpezzi picks up the loose ball. Malpezzi to the middle to DeChico. DeChico being boxed out, double-teamed. DeChico is thrown down. And that'll bring about a whistle as flying in for some protection. Not needed for the Chico protection-wise, but some support for his teammate being shown by Jude Walsh, who has a goal today. But definitely it should be an unnecessary roughness call being against the Golden Panthers as DeChico was thrown down well behind the play. Jude Walsh goes down below the net. He finds Brady Flynn. Flynn circles around. One bounce shot. Tommy Walsh scores. Flynn gets the assist, and Walsh is heating up. He has 4 points on the 6 goals today for HGP. This one his 2nd one behind the net, and it's a 6-1 HGP lead as Flynn gets the lone assist right behind the net and finds Walsh for the easy goal. Two goals for HGP in the opening minute of play in this 3rd quarter and 2nd half. 6-1 as they have jumped out in front and finally getting some offensive momentum early in this season. Looking to improve to 2-3 overall after going 0-3 in the first 3 home games of the year. The first shot on target of the 2nd half for the Golden Panthers goes wide. It will stay PJP possession. Ryan Lamson has it. Lamson to the top. He has Brady Boss. Boss to Ian Young. Young to Lamson. Lamson to Young. Outskirts of the box. Goes down low by the netting. Up to the top to Ian Young once more. Young to Nick Naffa. Naffa to Dylan Murphy. Murphy spins, being pressured away. Murphy to Lamson. Lamson out to the side, back to Murphy and back to Lamson once more. Lamson Cuts it back. Lamson a one bounce shot. Quick stick attempt. And Cranley will watch it go out of play behind them. In defensive coverage is the All-County defenseman Ryan Lippy. Coming off the inbound. Ian Young. Through the box. Young goes down low. Back over to Hugh O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's pass goes high and up to midfield, drawing the whistle are the Panthers, so HGP back on offense. Bobby Williams brings it down. Williams running McDonough again, and Williams mad at himself as that pass went high, and it goes back to PJP. And Williams says, my bad, as McDonough was looking for his second of the second half. Good defensive coverage by McDonough. Able to pressure back Lamson before he came across the midfield line. More good defense by the Firebirds as the Golden Panthers slowly move the ball into the offensive zone. For now, the possession will stall over by the PJP bench. Lamson has it at the moment. Lamson by the top of the box. Drops a short one off to Nick Nafa. Nafa shot, and he scores. Nafa finds a hole in between the legs of Seamus Cranley. And it's only the second time they've been able to beat Cranley in net. And it's now a 6-2 game, and the first goal of the game scored by Nick Nafa. That one a great setup by Nafa, doing it himself into open space. And I was able to get the pass back from Lamson down low, and then that set up the open look for Nafa. So 6-2 lead. The Fibers led by as many as now 4, but led by as many as 5 as a few minutes to go, 6-1. Dylan Murphy wins the face-off for PJP, and he got laid out after winning it. Mike Holt and Mateo DeChico applied the hit. DeChico says my bad to Dylan Murphy. And that one much needed as he was absolutely decked, and draws a penalty on DeChico. Bringing it back in for the Golden Panthers now is Ian Young. The Panthers looking to up the tempo and get some goals here in the third quarter before the final frame of 12 in the fourth, and they do so once more. This one scored by Denny Owens. The assist coming from Ian Young. Young to Owens for goal number 3 of the day for the PJP Golden Panthers. It's a 6-3 ball game. And that one just maybe miscommunication by the Firebird defense. They were talking about it behind the play. And an open look through 2 defensemen right to the stick of Cranley, and Cranley just not fast enough to beat the shot by Denny Owens. So Ian Young gets the assist on the Denny Owens goal. 6-3 your score with 8:17 to play in the second half. And Walsh tried to win the faceoff for HGP, and to his surprise was whistled dead. So a violation on Walsh will result in possession being awarded to the Golden Panthers instead of the Firebirds. Ian Young coming off fresh off the assist. Now Fires one across. That one gets under the stick of Dylan Murphy over by the PJP sideline. And now brought well back into play. Ian Young once more, who started the possession, will send the pass down low to Lamson. Lamson back to Young. Young to the side, beating Walsh for an attempt. That one saved by Cranley. And a very important save there as Cranley let his last 2 attempts go behind them. Good save there by Cranley to keep the game at a 3-goal lead for HGP. DeChico takes a hit and lost the ball, so now once more it's the Golden Panthers with the steal. Young again. And Dylan Murphy nearby. He gets the return to Young. Bobby Williams in coverage of Young. Young beats Williams. Williams wins the battle as he knocked the ball loose in the middle. And a centering feed, nobody home for the Golden Panthers. And so HGP takes over. Here's Lippy. A man down and stick behind the play. Lippy hustles the ball up to Jude Walsh. Walsh to the middle. Once McDonough went in and out of his stick. Firebird sideline not happy with that one as McDonough turns the ball over. Here's Denny Owens. A flag coming from HGP. And some chatter behind the play. Neither sideline seems happy with their players as all coaches are screaming. 2 flags were thrown, both by the same official along this near sideline, and a penalty appears to be being called against HGP. Coming in on a quick stick shot off the inbound. Goes off the foot of Seamus Cranley and out of bounds. So the PJP Panthers retain possession. Most recent goal scorer in the game, Denny Owens, fires a pass to the middle. But the eventual shot goes high and wide. And so once more, it's a quick one and done, at least for that brief possession. Right now, PJP will retain. Going down low for the pass was Owens, but he was a little off target. Brady Flynn being double teamed behind the net, or pardon me, that's Lippy being double teamed. Going to spin away from one is Pezzi. Pezzi is taken down. No flag is thrown. Now a Panther gets knocked to the turf. That brings about a whistle. It appeared there should have been a whistle against PJP earlier in the possession. That's what Malpezzi is arguing. And deservingly so, as he was thrown down, similar to a Mike Holt play earlier on, which brought about a penalty to PJP. Shot is whistled wide by Denny Owens. And Seamus Cranley this time wins the race out of bounds. And so Chris Kopertowski on the field for the first time today will bring it in behind Cranley. Kopertowski drops that one off to Cranley, and Cranley finds Mike Holt. Holt through the emblem. Holt to Walsh. Walsh a one-timer, and he scores. Feed the man. He has the hot hand. It's Tommy Walsh with the assist from Jude Walsh. And Tommy gets his 3rd goal of the game to go along with 2 assists. He has points on 5 of the Firebirds' 7 goals today, and a career game for Tommy Walsh. The first player to have a hat trick today for either side, the second Firebird hat trick all season, at least in the regular season. Tommy Walsh and Jude Walsh each with 1. Josh Rasler had 1 in a scrimmage before the year officially started. So 3 Firebirds technically with hat tricks this year. And getting close to it today. Flynn with a goal, Jude Walsh with a goal, Gavin McDonough with a goal. As well as the Chica. Those 5, the goal scorers for HGP, but Tommy Walsh and Jude Walsh have run the offense. Walsh, the legacy game, with 5 total points. The Golden Panthers hope for an answer. That shot is fired on target, but Cranley eats it off his thigh and brings it in. Cranley drops it off to Kopertowski, who has not seen much of the field recently. He drops one off to Mike Holt. Holt out through the emblem. Holt drops it down low to Jude Walsh. Walsh to Tommy Walsh, who was pushed down behind the play. Tommy Walsh wants a penalty, but did not get the call. And so it's HGP going back and forth. Jude Walsh has it. Drops off to Jacob Tuza now. Tuza to Chico. And Chico back to Jude Walsh. Walsh behind the net to Brady Flynn. Flynn to Gavin McDonough. McDonough to Tuza and back to Chico. Around the horn go the Firebirds. They're now not in any hurry. Under 4 to play in the third. Jude Walsh goes down low to Brady Flynn. Flynn around the X. Going to the far side. Towards the Firebird sideline. Goes to McDonough, who now changes direction. McDonough muscling his way in, takes a one-bounce shot, but a high hop over the net results in Flynn having to win the race out of bounds. She does. So Flynn wins said race. He brings it back in with a step. Fires to Jude Walsh. That Walsh to McDonough underneath shot. That one saved by Sean Fallon. It'll stay in play. Jacob Tuza wins the battle, but Tuza cannot win the war, as picking it up are the Golden Panthers, toe-tapping the sideline, and it was Ian Young, who had one possession of the ball for the moment, but he stepped out of bounds, so HGP back on offense that fast. The Chico to Tommy Walsh. Walsh to his fellow Walsh and Jude. Down low to Flynn. Flynn creeping towards the net. He has a goal today and an assist. Flynn back to Jude Walsh. Walsh to the middle. Fires a shot. He scores! Jude from Tommy gets the goal. And Jude Walsh for the 8th goal of the game for HGP. Adds a second to his season total. That makes it now 7 in 4 games, and it's an 8-3 lead for HGP, a new regular season high in a lead in 1 game with 5. Or a 5-goal advantage. So 8-3 Holy Ghost Prep leads Pope John Paul with 2:40 to play in this third quarter. Underneath pass to Ian Young goes wide. Young trips up Lippy, and that will bring about a penalty as Lippy went down hard. Or no penalty, pardon me, we just brought about a whistle, so PJP will reset with possession. Here's Dylan Murphy. Murphy now to Jamie McCall. And McCall's pass goes down low off the netting. McCall will start with the ball coming off his own shot. And looking for a centering pass in the middle of Dylan Murphy, but didn't quite get it to him. HGP will bring it in. Here's Mike Holt. Holt drops the one bounce pass to Tommy Walsh. Walsh spins. Walsh into open space. He wants his 4th of the game. Drops off to McDonough. That one no good. McDonough out in front, and he puts it home. Gavin McDonough screws up the loose ball, which has been a problem for Sean Fallon today, allowing too many rebounds. McDonough finally is able to put one back in front, and McDonough gets his 2nd goal of the game, the 4th Firebird with multiple on the day, 9-3 Firebirds. now leads by 6-9-3 with under 90 seconds to play in the third. Jude Walsh wins the face-off and will go back near the midway marker. Walsh goes down to McDonough. Got McDonough and Mike Holt. Holt now to DeChico. DeChico with a pass back to Tommy Walsh. Walsh turns the ball over. Here comes Ian Young and the Panthers. Young's intended target took a massive shot out in front. That was Dylan Murphy. Murphy goes down. The Firebirds went back on offense for a moment. Almost lost the ball. Swooping it up is Tommy Walsh. Walsh is spinning away, slowing it down. McDonough, that one saved. Goes off a stick of Sean Fallon and out of play. Brady Flynn has it. Flynn being pushed back. Out to Walsh. Walsh to McDonough. Gavin McDonough. Out across to Tommy Walsh now. Winds up back in the hands of Jude Walsh. One bounce pass to Flynn. Flynn took a shot out of bounds, bouncing to the sideline, but that is how the third period comes to an end. The third quarter comes to an end. One more frame of 12 to come from the DAC. It's 36 minutes gone, 12 more to come. 9-3 lead for HGP as they have dominated on offense throughout the game. Six minutes have elapsed in this third home live stream of the year for Holy Ghost Prep. They lead at 9-3, looking for their first home win of the year. They are 0-3 at home so far, 1-3 overall, a chance to improve that to 2-3. They entered the second half up 6-1, won the third quarter 3-2, led by goals by Tommy Walsh, Gavin McDonough, and Jude Walsh, the notable names. Are the usual suspects. Mike Malpezzi through the logo. Malpezzi to McDonough, who wants a hat trick. He's 1 goal away from it. McDonough to Bobby Williams, who gets laid out in front of the net. Williams takes a hack behind the play as redemption, but nothing really stems from it. Jake Vigilante backs it off. Still plenty of time for the Golden Panthers, but they need to up the tempo if they're able to get one on net. An average possession for them usually taking about 90 seconds and not always resulting in a goal, obviously, due to the 3 on the board. Ryan Lamson exchanges passes with Jake Vigilante. Lamson, a one-timer, he scores. Lamson gets the assist on the goal from the far side by number 24, Ian Young. It's his 2nd goal of the game, and he is the first PJP Golden Panther, to reach multiple goals on the day. It's now a 9-4 game with 11:13 to play in the 2nd. And some life now breathed into the Panthers late in this one. Getting the assist is Ryan Lamson, who has led the offense today in touches. He has directed traffic out in front and got in the nitty-gritty of it for the Golden Panthers. So a well-deserved point for him. Looking to add to it now as he goes to Jake Vigilante. Vigilante down the near sideline. Over the top stick swing by McManus comes up empty. Dylan McManus is senior D-man for the Firebirds. Ryan Lamson fresh off the assist, going back and forth. Lamson drops it off. One-time shot found iron. Going down was Ian Young, who is a few inches away from a hat trick. But it'll stay Golden Panther ball. They go around the horn with it. Tyler Sizlabovka. He finds Dylan Murphy. Murphy at the top looking for a way in. He's one-on-one with Tommy Walsh. Underneath, shot by Murphy is eaten up by Cranley. Cranley heaves one down. Drops a dime for Mike Holt. Holt spins out of one man. And Holt now drops with Tommy Walsh, and he'll come off the field for a sub. Tommy Walsh to Chico. Double team on the far side is Jude Walsh, who will get away from it. And the Firebirds will reset, but unable to take advantage of the late sub by the Golden Panthers. Walsh, Flynn, and McDonough exchanging passes. Flynn has it. He goes back to the original sender. That's Jude Walsh. Back to Flynn now. Flynn to McDonough. McDonough's pass was knocked away out in front. Loose ball won by the Panthers. Here come PJP. Ryan Lamson. Lamson down low. Got the pass from Young. Lamson to Denny Owens, who has a goal of his own. Owens takes it from Lamson. And Denny Owens will set at the top for a reset. 5-goal lead for the Firebirds, 9-4 with 8:45 to play in regulation. That shot is eaten up by Cranley. It came from the near side for the pass to Young. And now a one-hand stick catch by Tommy Walsh. Walsh down low, looking for Malpezzi. Had it stripped away, loose out in front, picked up by Fallon. But Malpezzi nearly had a goal on what would have been an amazing assist by Walsh. The Firebirds come up empty on the brief possession. And a Firebird was tripped up behind the play. That appears to be Tommy Walsh, who's limping a little bit coming back up. But now Golden Panthers on offense. That pass deflected down. Good play by Bobby Williams on the deflection of Jake Vigilante. Vigilante out in front. That one whipped and blocked by Malpezzi, playing some physical defense. Malpezzi taking shots, not going down. Mike Malpezzi picks up the loose ball. Malpezzi doing it himself on defense, and a round of applause on the Firebirds sideline. Tommy Walsh down low, shot, what a goal for the Firebirds! Tommy Walsh finds Brady Flynn, and Malpezzi's roar is even louder on the sideline as Flynn, diving out parallel the turf, gets his second goal of the game. Set up by the great defensive play by Mike Malpezzi, refusing to go down on that side of the field, finding Tommy Walsh. Walsh gets his third assist of the game on the Firebirds' new season high 10th goal of the game. 10-4 HGP on top. Stat sheet's being filled up by the Firebirds on offense today, and on defense, as Seamus Cranley has had a very good job, done a very good job in net today. Mike Holt wins the faceoff eventually, as neither side was able to maintain solid possession. Holt forces the issue, goes down low to Jude Walsh. He finds Brady Flynn this time. Flynn to McDonough. McDonough back out to Chico. Chico by the emblem. Down there to Jude Walsh. Up to Flynn. Flynn to the middle. Over the head of McDonough. The Firebirds have to race for the loose ball. Still loose out in front. Neither side able to pick it up yet. Chico gets in there. And Chico wins the battle. He finds Tuza for the quick pass. And Tuza and HGP with possession with 6.5 to go in regulation, up by 6. Tuza the return feed. Jacob Tuza to McDonough. McDonough out across, that pass goes wide. Jude Walsh recovers. Now Walsh is that one stripped away. That one won again by Tuza. Tuza to Flynn. And the return to Tuza. And once again to Walsh. Obviously the Firebirds in no hurry this late, up by as many as they are. But still with good ball movement as Chico goes around the middle. Chico trying to go around the defense now, but he's forced to reset and spins back out. Chico to Tuza. Tuza to Walsh. Walsh, no wind up, looking to wait for his shot, if at all. Now he fires one high. It'll go out of bounds, but stay with HGP. McDonough being held up on defense, coming off the inbound by Brady Flynn. McDonough still being held up, being boxed to the sideline. And that'll bring about a whistle, a possession change for the HGP Firebirds. Or maybe not, but a timeout was called. So timeout HGP, we'll start with that, and we'll see who has possession coming out of it. 10-4 Firebirds lead by 6 with 5:17 to play in the second. Coming back into the broadcast booth, the Firebirds lead by 6, 10-4 lead with 5 to go in regulation. The Golden Panthers need to up the tempo, as I said before, but now more than ever, they are to pull off a late comeback here. A flag will be drawn as taking a hit up high was Tuza. And so that'll be a man up for HGP. They are 0 for 1 on the man up. They have allowed a man down goal. Well, they allowed a man up goal, but have not scored one for themselves. Firebirds will win the inbound and bring it back into play. As firing one wide of the net was Tommy Walsh. Walsh trying to defend the early shot, but regardless, Brady Flynn brings in the rebound, or inbound, pardon me. Flynn to Tuza. Tuza's shot goes high. But once again, HGP will retain. Brady Flynn holds on the possession for the Firebirds. Flynn fires to Jude Walsh. Walsh will draw a flag. 2 coming in now from the sideline. Jude Walsh makes a push in. The Firebirds have scored a goal on a delayed penalty so far this game, and then score one on the eventual man up. Tommy Walsh fires a pass. That one probably not the best decision. Lofted in the air, and the Golden Panthers will draw the whistle. 4:04 to play in the second. 10-4 lead HGP. And they sit comfortably in that position, not having allowed much offense in this 4th and final quarter. Tommy Walsh will start with the ball for HGP after the whistle. Man up for HGP. I expect them to just delay clock and milk the clock for all it has in these dying minutes. Walsh out across. Walsh to Walsh. The shot is saved. So quick turnover, or quick possession change now, as Jude Walsh's shot was eaten up by Sean Fallon. Fallon fires one just over the head of his intended target, but scooped up by Ryan Lamson. Lamson down low to Nafa. Nafa and Lamson exchange passes. Now Dylan Murphy feeling the action. Murphy to Ian Young. Young taking a beating, but over by that Firebird sideline. Young still being pressured away. A short pass up to the middle, out across now to Riley Lumpkin. Lumpkin centering feed, that one turned over. Tommy Walsh picks it up. Walsh finds Chico, Bobby Williams, the long pole midfielder. Williams to the middle, Tuza underneath. Flynn, that one deflected away. Jude Walsh picks up the loose ball, fires one awkwardly towards Flynn, but wide. And so it's a turnover for HGP. The Golden Panthers back on offense with 2:47 to play in the second. Quick one pass and done for the Golden Panthers on offense. Jude Walsh underneath, tried to finish the game off, and that would have been the final nail in the coffin for HGP, but Walsh found mostly iron instead, and so it would be credited as a save for Fallon as he pounced on it. Chico is shaken off by his man, that being Ian Young. Young and Lamson exchange passes. Back to Young. Young cutting it through. He goes down low. And now dropping the ball behind the play was Brady Klein on the field for the first time today. And Lippy picks up the ball with Cranley. Cranley with a player behind him, able to avoid that to Mike Holt. Holt forces the issue, and stepping out of bounds with Jacob Tuza with the ball and a stick. 1:40 to play in the second. Final 2 minutes, and once again another quick turnover for the Panthers. That's how the game has gone for the Panthers so far, as Brady Boss has that one knocked out of his stick by probably the air or by Tommy Walsh on the ground. But regardless, the Golden Panthers have had their opportunities, but the shots have just been going in for HGP and not for the Golden Panthers. Tommy Walsh shows that for a fact. He wants his 4th goal of the game. Did he get it there? It did not. It just trickled off the side of the corner and will go behind the back of the net. But Tommy Walsh, your MVP of the game today, 3 assists and 3 goals. The legacy game for Tommy Walsh, as he scored points on 60% of the Firebird goals today. Pass goes to the middle to Sean Fallon, back in net for the Golden Panthers. Fallon up to the top, underneath. What a hit by Cranley. It'll bring about a flag, but Cranley defends that house. Ian Young goes down and takes a beating. And Cranley gets some high fives going to the sideline after the whistle. And Gavin McDonough, it appears, will come in the net. 1:01 to play in the second, and we'll see who wants to be goaltender now for HGP. Mike Holt currently sitting between the posts, but he'll come back out. I'm not sure I really advise that. A little padding. Now let's see who's in net. It is return of Mateo DeChico in net. He was the varsity starting goaltender the last 2 seasons before this year, before the reins were handed over to Seamus Cranley. DeChico currently sits in net, and he will remain there as the Firebirds will build a wall around them. Ryan Lamson has his 1 assist today. Thinking about a possible goal as that shot was eaten up by Mike Malpezzi. 50 seconds and ever ticking off the clock. Malpezzi drops off to DeChico, who's double teamed, fires one out. That one's picked. Ryan Lamson has it. Lamson to the middle. That ball loose out in front. Still loose. DeChico ready for a shot. Nothing comes. Ryan Lippy has it. And Lippy through the defense. Lippy has that one knocked away. Picked up by Bobby Williams behind the play. Williams moves it up to Jacob Tuza. Tuza applying some offensive pressure with 15 seconds to go. And now HGP will peel away. And that will about do it. Under 10 to go. For the Firebirds, it was an evenly spread game on offense. DeChico with a goal. Tommy Walsh with a hat trick. Brady Flynn with 2. Jude Walsh with 2. And Gavin McDonough with 2. The Firebird offense has their best game yet this year, and a much-needed sight to see if you're a Firebird fan. A 10-4 victory over the Pope John Paul Golden Panthers. This 10-4 win being the first home victory of the year for Holy Ghost. They now improved to 2-3 overall, 1-3 on the DAC. And they end a 3-game skid. And obviously doing so in dramatic fashion and high-paced fashion as they score a goal, at least one, in every single quarter today. The best quarter, though, was the second. They were able to put 4 on the board in that second frame of 12, and that was when Tommy Walsh really opened it up. 2 goals in that period, and then finished it up with an assist in the 4th to give himself a 6-point final score as MVP of the game. scoreboard is dark. 10-4, Firebirds win at home over the Pope John Paul Golden Panthers. Again, that being their first home win of the season. For now, I'm Caden Stewart signing off for the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We hope you join us once again on Saturday morning, where we will either cover the Holy Ghost Prep baseball taking on Bonner or HGP Lax taking on Marple Newtown, both games starting at noon here at the Holy Ghost Prep Athletic Complex and Frantic Memorial Field. Once again, I'm Caden Stewart. Thank you all for listening, and I'm signing off for the day.
Holy Ghost Prep ties it up.
Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.